10 evident signs that there is an evil person next to you. Don't skip. Have you ever felt an unshakable unease around someone, as if their very presence drains your energy, distorts your perception, or poisons your peace? Evil is not confined to folklore or horror stories. It exists among us, often disguised in plain sight. But here's the unsettling truth. Evil rarely announces itself. Instead, it lurks behind charming facades, subtle deceptions, and manipulative behavior. But don't worry. With awareness and wisdom, you can identify these individuals before they wreak havoc in your life. The Stoics, ancient philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, left behind profound insights to help us discern malice and guard ourselves against its effects. In this video, I will unveil 10 evident signs that there is an evil person next to you, signs you simply cannot afford to ignore. These insights will empower you to protect your peace, reclaim your clarity, and navigate life with unshakable confidence. Ready? Let's begin. 1. Constant manipulation. Seneca once said, "He who has many fears also has many things to manipulate." This is not just a passing thought, it's a warning about the insidious nature of manipulation. Evil individuals do not thrive on integrity. Instead, they flourish by distorting reality, turning deception into their most potent weapon. They do not simply lie, they manufacture entire narratives to control those around them. Imagine a person who showers you with praise in public, making you feel valued and important. But behind closed doors, they subtly undermine your confidence, twist your words, and plant doubts in your mind. At first, you question yourself. You wonder, am I overreacting? Did I misunderstand? But soon, the pattern becomes clear. They create dependence. They make you feel as if only they understand you, as if you need their guidance to be good enough, and that is precisely their goal, to keep you in their grasp. The Stoics teach us that the antidote to manipulation is clarity and self-control. A virtuous person will always guide you toward autonomy, not entangle you in dependency. If someone in your life constantly tries to control your thoughts, decisions, or actions while disregarding your personal autonomy, it's a glaring red flag. As Epictetus wisely put it, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Do not argue. Do not seek validation from them. Simply detach and walk away. Your peace is not up for negotiation. 2. A mask of charm. Epictetus once remarked that appearances, no matter how dazzling, often conceal the truth beneath. Have you ever met someone whose charm seemed almost too perfect, like a character from a movie? Their warm smile, their flattering words, their ability to make you feel special, everything feels carefully curated. But look deeper. Is their kindness genuine, or is it a calculated act? Charm, when sincere, fosters connection and trust. But in the hands of an evil person, it becomes a weapon. They study people, learning exactly what to say to disarm their suspicions. They present themselves as the perfect friend, the ideal partner, or the wise mentor. And by the time you realize their intentions are far from pure, they have already ensnared you. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." A person's true nature is not found in their words, but in their actions. Observe how they treat those who cannot offer them anything. Do they change their toe when they think no one is watching? Do they discard people once they no longer serve a purpose? True goodness does not require a mask. It shines effortlessly. So if you ever feel drawn to someone's charm, yet sense something unsettling beneath the surface, trust that instinct. Authentic kindness is consistent. False charm is merely a disguise. 3. Lies without conscience. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Nothing should be done if it isn't right, and nothing should be said if it isn't true." But for an evil person, truth is not a guiding principle, it is merely an obstacle. These individuals do not lie out of carelessness, they lie with precision. Every deception is designed to manipulate, to evade accountability, or to distort reality in their favor. Have you ever encountered someone who weaves elaborate stories about their achievements, their hardships, or their importance? At first, their tales seem impressive, but as time goes on, contradictions emerge. Their stories shift under scrutiny, their words and actions fail to align. When confronted, they do not admit fault. Instead, they gaslight you, making you question your memory, your judgment, and your perception of reality. This is how master manipulators operate. They erode your confidence in your own mind, making you feel as if only they possess the truth. But here's the fatal flaw in their strategy. Lies require constant upkeep, while truth stands on its own. The moment you step back and observe their patterns, their deception unravels. The Stoics teach us to trust actions over words. Pay attention to inconsistencies. If someone's words and behaviors do not align, believe their actions. Because character is not built on what is said, it is revealed in what is done. And when dishonesty persists, do not engage. Simply remove yourself from the equation. Fourth, lack of empathy. Seneca observed that humans are social creatures, not meant to live solely for themselves. Empathy, the ability to understand and share another's feelings, is what connects us. It is the foundation of trust, kindness, and meaningful relationships. But for an evil person, empathy is absent. Other people exist only as tools to be used, obstacles to be removed, or pawns in their self-serving games. Imagine sitting across from a friend, vulnerably sharing a personal struggle. Instead of support, they dismiss you. They shift the conversation back to themselves. They trivialize your emotions, making you feel as though your pain is insignificant. This is not an isolated act. It is a pattern. These individuals are either unwilling or worse, incapable of stepping outside their own interests. They may pretend to care when it benefits them, but the moment their mask slips, their indifference is undeniable. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "No more arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." You cannot change someone devoid of empathy. What you can do is protect your peace. Set firm boundaries. Do not allow their coldness to diminish your self-worth. Surround yourself with people who celebrate your joys and stand with you in your sorrows, because true connection is built on mutual respect, not exploitation. If you are still watching, hit that like button and subscribe to this channel for more content like this. 5. The hunger for control. Control is the currency of the wicked. The truly evil do not want harmony, they want dominance. They do not seek understanding, they seek submission. Every interaction with them is a power struggle, a silent battle to see how much of yourself you are willing to surrender before you even realize what's happening. They wrap their need for control in seemingly innocent gestures. "I just want what's best for you," they say, as they dictate every aspect of your life. "I'm only trying to help," they insist, while making decisions on your behalf. At first, it feels like care, but soon it morphs into suffocation. You find yourself walking on eggshells, afraid to make choices without consulting them first, because their disapproval is a storm you'd rather avoid. Evil people are master puppeteers, pulling strings with a smile. They don't just control your actions, they control your emotions. They push you into self-doubt, making you question your own sanity. "Are you sure that's what happened?" they ask when you confront them about something hurtful they did. You're too sensitive, they tell you when you express discomfort. It's a slow erosion of your willpower, a systematic dismantling of your autonomy. And by the time you notice it, you're already deep in their grasp, convinced that the cage they built around you is for your own good. You can see it in their eyes when they feel their grip loosening. Panic. They tighten the leash, up the manipulation, use guilt, tears, anger, anything to maintain control. The moment you resist, they transform, revealing the darkness beneath the charm. The problem with power-hungry people is that they never stop at enough. The more you yield, the more they take. The more you bend, the more they twist you. And before you know it, you are no longer yourself. You are merely an extension of their will, a pawn in their relentless game. 6. Blame games and deflection. Evil people are allergic to accountability. They do not make mistakes. They only have excuses. If something goes wrong, it is never their fault. They shift the blame with the precision of a seasoned chess player, always 10 moves ahead, always prepared with a way to twist the narrative in their favor. You confront them about something they did, and suddenly you're the villain. If you hadn't said that, I wouldn't have reacted that way. You always take things the wrong way. Why are you trying to make me look bad? They turn the tables so quickly that you end up apologizing for things you didn't even do. At first it feels like miscommunication. You think, maybe I misunderstood. Maybe I overreacted. But no, this is not miscommunication. This is manipulation. This is psychological warfare. Evil people have a way of rewriting history, making you question what really happened. They erase their mistakes and replace them with stories where they are the victims and you are the aggressor. Even when they are caught red-handed, they find a way to twist the narrative. "You're crazy for thinking that," they exclaim, making you doubt your own memory. They leave you feeling confused, drained, and guilty for things you never did. But the truth always lingers beneath their lies. You notice the patterns. The same cycle repeats: conflict, blame-shifting, guilt-tripping, and emotional exhaustion. They never take responsibility. They only take advantage. The worst part, they get away with it because they know exactly how to play the role of the misunderstood, the victim, the one who is just trying to do their best. And because you are kind, because you want to believe in the goodness of people, you give them chance after chance. But ask yourself, how many more chances will it take before you finally see the truth? 7. The pleasure of pain. There's a peculiar glint in their eye when suffering unfolds, a quiet satisfaction when chaos reigns. You've seen it before. The barely concealed smirk when someone else's plans crumble, the disinterest in offering comfort, the readiness to twist the knife just a little deeper. Some people don't just endure the misfortunes of others, they relish them. Imagine this. You share an accomplishment, expecting at least a polite nod, but instead their lips curl into something too smug to be called a smile. They don't congratulate you, they deflate you. "Must be nice," they mutter, their voice carrying the weight of unspoken malice. Or perhaps you've confided in them about your struggles, only to notice a flicker of delight in their gaze, as if your suffering is entertainment. These individuals are emotional vampires, feeding off the distress of others to validate their own power. Worse still is their affinity for destruction. They revel in rumors, nudge conflicts into full-blown wars, and stoke the flames of division just to watch the fire burn. They whisper venom into the ears of friends, dismantle relationships, and sit back as the pieces fall. They are architects of misery, and if you don't recognize them in time, you might find yourself among the ruins of what used to be your peace. 8. Isolation as a weapon. Evil thrives in silence. It doesn't move in broad daylight. It lurks in the shadows. slowly dismantling your connections to the world. It starts subtly, perhaps a passing remark about how your best friend doesn't truly support you, how your family doesn't understand you, how your co-workers secretly resent you. It's never direct, always a seed of doubt planted carefully, watered by suggestion and nourished by half-truths until you're standing alone, cut off from every ally you once had. This tactic is calculated. By severing your ties, they make themselves your only source of support, twisting your perception of reality. Have you ever found yourself questioning if your closest confidants are really against you? That's not an accident. It's manipulation, a deliberate erasure of your safety net so that you lean solely on them, your so-called friend, your partner, your mentor. They control who you talk to, where you go, even what thoughts are safe to express. And in that isolation, they hold absolute power over you, because the more alone you feel, the less likely you are to escape. And that's exactly what they want. 9. Jealousy in disguise. Jealousy is a predictable human emotion, but in the hands of the wicked, it is a sharpened blade. It doesn't manifest as an eye roll or a fleeting moment of resentment. No, their jealousy is insidious. It masquerades as concern, as wisdom, as guidance. They will never admit to envying you. Instead, they will subtly erode your confidence under the guise of protection. Are you sure you're ready for that promotion? It's a lot of pressure. I'd hate to see you fail. I just don't want you to get hurt. Maybe that relationship isn't as good as you think. I heard some people talking. Not everyone likes you as much as you think, just looking out for you. With each whispered doubt, they tighten their grip on your potential. They plant hesitation where there should be confidence, instill fear where there should be courage. And the worst part, you trust them, because they aren't attacking you outright. They're helping. They smile when you hesitate, exhale in satisfaction when you step back instead of forward. Your success is their failure, and they will do everything in their power to ensure you never leave them behind. 10. The unrepentant heart. Evil does not seek forgiveness. It does not reflect, nor does it regret. Instead, it justifies. Have you ever confronted someone about their actions, only to watch them twist the truth into something unrecognizable? They don't apologize, they rationalize. They tell you that you misunderstood, that you're overreacting, that they had no choice. They turn the blame on you, weaving a reality where they are the victim and you, the unreasonable one. They will say anything except the words, "I was wrong," because to admit wrongdoing would require a conscience, and for them, accountability is nothing more than a burden for others to bear. You could present undeniable proof, recount every detail with precision, and still they would shake their head and feign innocence. An unrepentant person is a dangerous one. They will never change, never soften, never recognize the destruction they leave in their wake. And if you stay too close for too long, you will find yourself trapped in a cycle of hurt with no resolution. Because how do you heal when the one who wounds you refuses to acknowledge the pain they've caused? Final thought's evil does not always arrive cloaked in darkness, nor does it always announce itself with grand malevolence. Sometimes it is the quiet whisper in your ear, the lingering shadow behind a smile, the cold calculation behind seemingly innocent words. It is present in the hunger for control, in the art of deflection, in the delight of pain, in the slow erosion of your connections, in jealousy wrapped in false concern, and in the hardened, unrepentant heart. Recognizing these signs is not about paranoia, it is about awareness. Because once you see them for what they are, you take back the power they so desperately crave. You step out of their reach. And most importantly, you reclaim yourself.